Hey guys, how you doing? This is Rich here on behalf of Rich TV Live, and today I'm going to be bringing you the news. It's kind of what we do. I think we've been doing it best for quite some time now, and I have some news that I want to share with you guys, actually. I have to share this news with you guys. Here it is. Let's get right into it. Halo signs, here it is. Halo signs definitive agreement to acquire Canmart. Halo Labs, HALO in Canada, AGEEF in America on the OTCQX exchange, and A9KN in Frankfurt, Germany, has entered into a definitive share purchase agreement, pursuant to which the company, in exchange for up to 72,463,768 common shares of Halo, will acquire all of the issued and outstanding shares of Canmart Limited, a licensed importer and distributor of cannabis-based products for medicinal use in the United Kingdom. This is a strategic acquisition and now gives Halo Labs a foothold in America, Canada, Africa, and now the United Kingdom. Interesting development here for a 5-cent stock. Let's just look at the stock. We'll just look at them. Why don't we just look at them? Let's do this. Let's go here. Always use different platforms for you guys. There's our beautiful tat. And that's obviously on our watch list for tomorrow. Obviously, everyone's going to be watching tat for tomorrow. When we're not watching tat, Halo Labs is Halo in Canada. In America, it's AGEEF. And you can see that this bad boy is just at 5 cents. 5 cents, despite the fact that it now has business in Canada, United States, Africa, and England. 5 cents. Now, people are going to come out and say, oh, it's dilution. 72 million shares, dilution. I look at this as an acquisition. And you have to give something to get something, right? So they didn't give up a dime in cash to acquire all the issued and outstanding shares of Canmart Limited, a licensed importer and distributor of cannabis-based products for medicinal use in the United Kingdom. That's a pretty huge acquisition, especially when you do it with stock. Just seems like Halo every week. I don't know if you guys are watching this trend, and I'm not telling you guys to buy the stock, okay? I want you guys to understand what they're doing here. Every week I'm going live and I'm bringing you guys news of another acquisition that Halo Labs is doing. These guys are essentially acquiring everything while the entire sector is selling off. While the entire sector is selling off and people are desperate for money, Halo Labs is going and grabbing everything that they can and using their shares. This is unbelievable news from Halo Labs. Unbelievable news for Halo Labs, and I think it's important that everybody knows. And I'd like to know what you guys think. What do you think about this news? We got 19 people watching. Hey, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. What do you guys think of this news with Halo Labs? Another acquisition, and now in the United Kingdom and using stock. Hey, Santana RD Finance, how you doing, brother? How you doing, Sonny? So let's get into this acquisition. Issuance of certain Halo shares will be subject to milestones, and once issued will be subject to volume trading restrictions. UK cannabis market overview. The UK population consumes one of the greatest amounts of cannabis per capita in the world, with an estimated 4.7 million cannabis users out of a total general population of 66.4 million in 2019. The number of users per capita even approaches California, currently the single largest cannabis market in the world, while the estimated number of people in the UK who use cannabis to treat chronic health conditions is only 1.4 million. The legal use of medical cannabis is still in its relative infancy. The UK legalized CPBMs, including plant materials, oils, tinctures, edibles, and capsules in November 2018. Nearly all CPBMs prescriptions are imported because there is no formal domestic manufacturing program in the UK. However, all legal prescriptions are on the rise. Recent regulations have sought to streamline and ease the importation of medical cannabis to the UK. In March 2020, the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, the MHRA, and the Home Office implementation changes the enable Canmart to import large quantities of CPBMs and hold inventory of these approved medicines. That's why they did this. That's what they want. The company's research of publicly available information indicates that Canmart and 4 other companies in the UK currently possess all of the licenses necessary for bulk importation and distribution of CPBMs. Prohibition Partners anticipates that bulk imports will catalyze demand for CPBMs. As bulk imports increase, so will patient access, driving down the cost of medicines to patients and the natural health services, improving stability of access while facilitating an exponential growth in patient numbers. By 2024, the UK medical cannabis market is predicted to be worth nearly 1 billion euros. Or is that pounds? US 1.3 billion, servicing more than 400,000 active patients with lower costs, easier access, and up to 52 treatable conditions. Prohibition Partners estimates that the total patient base for medical cannabis in the UK could reach 4 million during the same time period. That's 10x. It's 10x growth. This trend is reinforced by the independent research group Drug Science Project 2021 that launched Europe's largest medical cannabis patient trials in the UK. Lead investigator Professor David Nutt anticipates patient prescriptions will increase by 20,000 due to the trial alone. Overview of Canmart, a licensed UK operator. A licensed, once again, a licensed UK operator. So Halo has just acquired Canmart. This was broken on Saturday. They broke this news on a Saturday. The stock in America is at 5 cents. People that are negative towards this stock are going to say, well, they went and spent another 72 million shares. My response to that is they are an early mover in a global business that's only getting bigger. And why not use your shares to acquire growth right now while the market is really dirt cheap? If you're going to be acquiring assets, you want to acquire them while the market is cheap. You don't want to overprice for assets, which is what so many companies have done. So many companies in the cannabis space have overpaid. This is the problem. Too many companies have overpaid for their price, for their assets. This is a company that is going around right now and picking up everything while it's dirt cheap because nobody has any money. So what Halo Labs is doing in the cannabis sector. So what Halo Labs is doing is they're going out there and they're acquiring all these businesses for 10 cents on the dollar, 20 cents on the dollar, 30 cents on the dollar, 50 cents on the dollar using their stock. At some point, in my opinion, They are going to have to do a rollback, which means they'll have less shares, but they're going to have this huge portfolio of business. And that's when I think we make it big, because it's the portfolio of business that I'm focused on. I like to find undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunities. This is a company that is trading on the OTCQX exchange. It's not like they're on the pink sheets at 5 cents. This is an OTCQX exchange company. Just to make you guys understand, that is the highest tier. That is absolutely the highest tier exchange you can trade on. OTCQX in America, that is not the Amex, New York Stock Exchange, or NASDAQ. It is the highest tier exchange, and the stock's at 5 cents. 5 cents. 5 cents. Now, you know I like to find undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunities early. And we can go and we can look at the 1 year on this, and you can clearly see that it is seriously consolidating. And when you see this type of consolidation, you know that something's coming. You know, when you see this type of consolidation, you know something's coming. And it's been going down, right? So it's been coming down and it's been consolidating because it's acquiring all these assets, and it's not really getting a chance yet to see the fruits of all these acquisitions. At some point, it's going to be hitting the bottom. And we're probably going to see this stock go, in my opinion, at least from, maybe it goes as low as 4.5 cents, probably goes as high as 12. So at some point, maybe it hits here. Right now we're at 5. Maybe this is the bottom, but maybe it goes down to where it was before, 4.5 cents. And then at some point, there's going to be some upside here, and there's going to be a chance for it to come back at least to here, 12 cents in my opinion. And if it does make this move to 12 cents, which it was at 12 cents in July, not too long ago, 12 cents. So if it was at 12 cents in July, who's to say it can't be at 12 cents in October or November or December? And that would mean a buying opportunity from 4 or 5 cents all the way to 12 cents, which is 150% upside. Now, I'm not saying it's going to do that. I just think that it could do that based on what I see with the chart. This is the 1 year chart. We're at a 52-week low pretty much. Consolidation, which means either up or down. You could see it went down here. Now we're in a new trap. At some point, people are going to like these acquisitions. This is a nice acquisition, in my opinion. This brings them into UK. This brings them into the UK. They need this acquisition to sell into the EU. Yeah, it's a great acquisition. Sunny says, Bothello, Medcan, Malta, Canmart, UK. Saskatch TV says, yet the share price tanks. This is a 5-year hold, I guess. I have no idea. I just want to find the bottom. I want to find the bottom. It's a penny stock. It's at 5 cents. What do you expect? What do you expect from a 5-cent penny stock? But to me, it's a penny stock that is building a huge portfolio of assets. Let's learn a little bit more about Canmart, because I want to identify this company and really make sure everybody understands who Canmart is. Canmart possesses all the necessary licenses from the UK Home Office and the MHRA to import and distribute CPBMs to authorized patients in the UK. Canmart operates a 30,000 square foot storage and distribution facility in southeastern England. David Dean and Darren Quinn, the co-founders of Canmart, have over 60 years of combined logistics and distribution experience in the pharmaceutical and healthcare sectors. In addition, Canmart has hired a patient and physician-centric marketing and sales team, led by Josh Squires Quinn, who has functional sales and marketing expertise, and experience in the delivery of global change programs. Tim Hemley's a director of the Cannabis Trade Association in the UK, and IT expert, also joins the team. Canmart ensures top quality standards from product delivery are met under the oversight of Umesh Chauhan, a superintendent pharmacist and Canmart's designated responsible person. In July 2020, Canmart imported its first legal prescription and distributed medical cannabis to a registered patient through a licensed pharmacy, a process that validated the business model. Canmart has all necessary licenses, logistics expertise, storage facilities, solid pharmaceutical and healthcare relationships, as well as early mover in the UK medical cannabis market. Canmart is well positioned and plans to distribute CPBMs to meet growing patient demand. Co-founder and managing director of Canmart, Darren Quinn, states, Dave Dean, co-founder and operations director, and I are very excited to join the Halo family. This family keeps growing. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they are using stock. $0.02 target. Hey, well, if you can get a company that is this big at 2 cents, think about the possibilities. We like to get in stocks cheap so we can make money. So the lower we can get into a real deal that is doing business in 4 specific geographical areas on a global scale, countries like Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, and what they're doing in Africa, and they're this cheap, they're not having financial issues, they're not having problems with money in the bank, they're not having issues going bankrupt. Their biggest issue is with dilution. This is why I believe at some point Halo is going to do a reverse. So Dave Dean, co-founder and operations director, Dave and Dean, have been involved in the UK medical cannabis market for 2 years and have seen significant progress. With Halo's deep experience and business acumen in the cannabis industry, this transaction, when closed, will help us achieve our desired growth targets. We especially are looking forward to bringing the Bothello product to the UK, thereby creating and facilitating a gateway for high-quality African cannabis grown from award-winning genetics. I love it. I love it. We expect this unique combination of quality and affordability will allow Canmart to reach even more patients in the growing UK market. Halo's intended global vertical integration. The cultivation and manufacturing operations operated by Halo's subsidiary, Bothello Bioscience and Wellness Limited. Bothello, combined with the importation and distribution capabilities of Canmart, are expected to create a well-positioned business combination to serve the growing UK market. Initially, Bothello's cannabis is planned to route through Medcan in Malta, manufactured into CPBMs, imported into the UK, and distributed by Canmart to pharmacies and clinics. Wow. They're putting it all together, guys. They're putting it all together. Keith says, if it goes to 2 cents, I'm going to get in. Listen to the Q2 earnings call. I'm not really too concerned about the Q2 earnings call. I'm concerned about the Q3 and the Q4 earnings calls, because all of these acquisitions that they're getting, they're going to show the fruit of their labor in Q4. So when you make acquisitions, they can be onerous, especially as soon as you do the acquisition, especially when you're using stock to acquire these acquisitions. It's going to be onerous on the stock. But long-term, what is the long-term opportunity here? Remember, we're trying to identify undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunities before they explode, not after they explode like everybody else does. I like to find the stocks before they explode, which means I got to watch them before they explode. I got to know about them like I did with TAT, K&R, Doc, Baby, Cardio Therapeutics, Tesla, Apple, Twilio, Amazon, Netflix, Facebook, Twitter, called all these picks well in advance since 2017. So I like to talk about the stocks when nobody talks about the stocks. That's how we get in early. I like to talk about the stocks before anybody even knows who they are. That's how we get in early. And I like to talk about the stocks when everybody's trashing them. That's how we find the bottom. I don't want to be the one talking about the stock unless it's my own stock like TAT, when it's already up 600% and then everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. No. I like to find the bottom. Our community, we like to hunt bottoms so we can go to the beach. We hunt the bottoms and then we go to the beach. That's the way we do it. It's true. It's kind of how we do it. Yo, what's up? Can TAT be traded in Thinkorswim? I have no idea, bro. I don't use Thinkorswim. I use TD Bank and RBC. You'd have to try and search it and figure it out. I have no idea. Hey, man, I just like to bring you guys the winners, and I like to bring them to you first and make sure everybody understands what is happening here. Because this is a 5-cent stock in America, like 7 cents in Canada, and they just, every week, I'm talking about an acquisition. Every single week, they are acquiring new technology, new apps, distribution partnerships in the UK, one of the largest grow operations in Africa, dispensaries in Canada, dispensaries in America, partnering with G-Easy. These guys are doing something. Now, are they perfect? Of course not. That's why they're at 5 cents. You're not going to find a perfect company at 5 cents. That's why they're at 5 cents. But I like the business. I like the business. They're not going to go bankrupt like other companies could, like Suniva, like Zenabis. Zenabis is running out of money, so they got to keep raising money at like 6 cents, 5 cents, 8 cents. Soon Zenabis is going to be raising money at a penny, under a penny, because they're running out of money. So when you see all these companies that have stolen everybody's money, especially the Canadian cannabis companies, they just took everybody's money. And you see a company that has money in the bank and is using its stock to acquire its growth, that's the right way to do it. Now, I'm going to be speaking to Kieran about how he could do it differently so it doesn't need to be diluted. But what I would suggest is if the company is going to do a reverse, let's do it after the reverse is done. And I want to talk about creating a class of convertible preferred shares just for acquisitions. We're going to create a class of convertible preferred shares for Halo Labs just for acquisitions. Don't worry. I'm a trained professional. If you're a public company and you need help restructuring, I can help you. I know how to restructure you. You don't need to dilute your stocks. We can do this differently. We can do this better. Let's get into this. We got 30 people here. Thank you guys for joining me on a Sunday. I thought this was big news from Halo Labs, quietly bringing out news on a Saturday. So I had to talk about it. You know, this is on the highest tier, guys, in America. Is an OTCQX exchange listed company at 5 cents. So the key here is, what is the bottom? How do we find the bottom? When do we find the bottom? This is a company that has a 43 million market cap, despite the fact that they are acquiring assets right now in 3 continents: Europe, Africa, and North America. They're in 3 continents. Their market cap is 43 million. I think this is a ridiculously, insanely low market cap. I'll say it again, a ridiculously, insanely low market cap, which can't really be explained other than the fact that there's dilution. It's the only thing that explains this market cap, because the market cap is ridiculous. But this is the issue, the share structure. So 756 million shares issued and outstanding, and another 72 million going to be added to this number. So this number is now approaching 1 billion. And this is why I believe there is going to have to be a reverse at some point, because with the price going lower and the shares going higher, this market cap keeps shrinking despite the fact that the company keeps growing. So something's going to have to give here. Hey, Keith, you got into Tap Before Exploded? Hey, Keith, man, join my trading academy, brother. I got more tats coming, man. But the members in the trading academy, they know first. Sunny says undervalued by 11 times minimum. The market cap is ridiculously low. The market cap is ridiculously low. You'd be hard pressed to find another company as real and as good. I'm talking about the business. Forget the public company, the business. You'll be hard pressed to find a public company as good and as real, or even private, as Halo Labs with this small of a market cap. It's a real company. There's companies out there that are not even real that have way bigger market caps than Halo Labs, that have no business, no sales, no revenues, no business, despite a company that has business in Canada, the United States, now the UK, and Africa. And why are all these companies wanting to work with Halo? Let's see where we operate. Founded in Oregon and expanding to Nevada and California. And you know, the thing I like about these guys too is they're willing to get on our show. They're willing to do videos. They're not going to hide. If the stock goes down, they'll talk to you. They're not going to run. You know, are they happy that the stock's going down? No. But I think that they know that if they're going to continue to use stock to acquire their growth, it's going to dilute the stock and it's going to bring down the share price. I think that that's pretty much the way it goes. Are you waiting before the split before you get in? You know what? I'm not here to tell anybody when to get in. I'm just waiting for the bottom. I don't care if it's pre-split, after split, before the split. The split isn't here. So right now we're looking at the stock, and to me, it just looks beaten down. Beaten down, beaten down, beaten down. It's been getting beaten down for a year. Beaten down, beaten down, beaten down, beaten down. What's it going to turn it around? I don't know. Could it turn around on this news? Maybe. If it does, we need to be ready. So everyone needs to be ready tomorrow because it could explode. This is some huge news, but this has been beaten down. So I'm not sure. Let me just continue to read this. Furthermore, with the cultivation operations currently underway at Othello, Halo is leveraging award-winning strains from DNA genetics and Zicatils to import and distribute high-quality, low-cost flour and oils to the UK. Through Halo's vertically integrated global supply chain, UK patients will have access to high-quality, proprietary, branded flour and oils. Simultaneously, the Canafeel app, currently being developed by Halo, is expected to increase Canmart patient acquisition by helping patients understand the benefits of the different cannabis strains. Buffalo is currently cultivating and making recommendations that they can discuss with their medical specialists, bolstering confidence in Canmart's CPBMs, medical prescriptions, and brand awareness. Andreas Met, co-founder of Halo and head of international operations, comments, signing this deal is exciting because the UK's cannabis market is projected to be larger than Germany by 2024. It's big. And potentially could be larger Largest single medical cannabis market in the world. Wow. Once completed, this acquisition, fueled by our Lesotho grow operations, positions Halo to grow rapidly in the UK market. A key component of our international growth plan in 2021, we plan to import product grown at Bothello to the UK. I love it. So they're going to grow it in Africa. And guys, one of the largest grow operations legally in the world, if not the largest. And they're going to import it to the UK. Oh, Nelly. That's going to be big. Can you imagine the amount of revenue this is going to generate for Halo Labs? Now let's look into the transaction details. Let's get into the nitty gritty, right? The nitty gritty. See some of you guys' messages. Thank you guys for your messages. If you know anything about this deal or any other deal, or you want to talk about anything, please share it. Rich, what about that stock or company that is creating the COVID-19 test? Are you talking about KNR, Control Energy? KNR in Canada, KNRLF in America, already up 1,000%. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a shareholder. Jack of Spades says, sounds like the bottom will happen after the split. It's possible. Sunny says, Tat tells you a lot about when you get distribution deals. Yeah, absolutely. Sunny says, Halo has a 30 million offtake deal from their Bothello grow to Malta Medcan. Medcan can export to EU like Canmart in UK. It's a lot of big stuff that's getting set up here. Canada can import from Bothello. USA is closed circuit. That's why they went in on the Ranch X deal. Hey, thank you for sharing. This is great. So let's look at the specifics of the deal, shall we? Pursuant to the terms of the share purchase agreement, Halo will acquire 100% of Canmart's issued and outstanding common shares from the shareholders of Canmart. So you're a private company in Canmart, and you've just sold your shares to a public company. Okay? So now your shares are public, which are 72 million shares, which you can now go out and sell in a public market in exchange for the issuance of the up to 72,463,768 Halo shares. Completion of the acquisition is subject to customary closing conditions, including receipt of approval from the NEO Exchange Inc., otherwise known as the NEO. 27,870,680 Halo shares will be issued at closing, with the remaining two tranches of 27,870, 680, and 16,722,408 Halo shares to be issued upon the achievement of performance milestones within 2 years from the closing of the acquisition. Okay, so that's reasonable. So it's not 72 million all at once. It's 72 million at the closing of this deal, with another 27 million and then 16 million to be issued upon the achievement of performance milestones within 2 years from the closing of the acquisition. So if they don't hit those performance milestones, they're not getting all that shares. So potentially, this could only potentially be a 27 million share acquisition, which at 5 cents is about $1.3 million. I'd like to speak with Kieran to see what he thinks about that, right? And if that's a fair valuation based on their revenue. Let's see if we can find out more information. This includes selling legally imported prescriptions to 50 unique patients, as well as importing 150,000 euro of medical cannabis products at a cost low enough to generate profitable sales. In connection with the closing of the acquisition, Halo also plans to issue an aggregate of 5,434,782 Halo shares as a transaction fee to Ann Moho LLC, an arm's length consultant of the company. Clearly, Ann Moho LLC put the deal together, put the two companies together, and that is their transaction fee. Professionals deserve to get paid. The consulting services and Moho LLC provided include general and advisory review, due diligence, the preparation of evaluation, and supporting company in negotiations with the vendor. There we go. Pursuant to the terms of the share purchase agreement, the shareholders have agreed on closing to enter into a pooling agreement with the company whereby the shareholders would not, in the aggregate, during any trading day, sell on a Canadian stock exchange such aggregate number of Halo shares that would exceed 10% of the prior trading day's total volume of sale orders in Halo shares. And Moho LLC has also agreed to be restricted from selling more than 10% of the prior trading day's total volume of sale orders in Halo shares. So they have some selling restrictions. This is good. Furthermore, 10% of all the Halo shares issued to the shareholders in connection with the acquisition will be escrowed for a 24-month period after closing, pursuant to the terms of the escrow agreement to be entered into among the company, the shareholders, and Odyssey Trust Company. The acquisition is expected to close on or before October 30th, 2020, and is subject to the satisfaction or waiver of customary conditions, including the receipt of all applicable regulatory and NEO stock exchange approvals. About Canmart. So let's learn a little bit more about Canmart. Sonny says they set goals to fulfill their deal. Yeah, these guys are definitely doing the right things. Let's see if they can execute. And if they can, you have to assume that this company is grossly undervalued. And that's what we look for here. Our modus operandi is to identify undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunities. At the same time, I don't want anybody chasing a falling knife. So if something's going down, there's really no reason to buy it. So we just wait and we watch. And if we see a bottom, we may want to take it. And if we see a selling opportunity, equally, we need to take it. About Canmart, established in December 2018, Canmart was one of the first companies to set up in response to the legalization of medical cannabis in the UK. With expertise in cannabis education, storage, and distribution, Canmart holds all relevant licenses to store and distribute CPBMs in the EU. Huge. Located in the southeast of England, Canmart operates in a 30,000 square foot third-party logistics warehouse set up to focus on the pharmaceutical and healthcare industries. Leveraging their vast network to bring innovative and high-quality products to the market, Canmart currently imports and distributes licensed CPBMs to specialist doctors and their patients throughout the UK, a milestone that began in 2020. Canmart has forged strong relationships with specialist couriers, clinics, hospitals, and pharmacies, providing smooth legal access to products through a multitude of channels, always delivering exceptional service to patients and customers. But you know what Halo has that Canmart didn't when they were with Namaste? They didn't have enough distribution. They didn't have enough product. Halo has the product because of Bathello. This is a match made in heaven. If you can actually see the forest through the trees, this is an epic deal. And I'm a deals guy and I'm a news guy and I read every day all the news about all these companies. I'm telling you guys, this is a massive deal because of the company that Halo Labs is. Because of their wherewithal already, this is a match made in heaven. This is a beautiful deal. Beautiful deal. About Halo. Halo is a leading vertically integrated cannabis company that cultivates, extracts, manufactures, and distributes quality cannabis flower, oils, and concentrates, and has sold approximately look at this, guys. This is a company that has sold 6 million grams of oils and concentrates since inception. 6 million grams of oils and concentrates since inception. Halo continues to scale efficiently, partnering with trustworthy leaders in the industry who value their operational expertise in bringing top-tier products to market. Current growth includes expansion in key markets in the United States and Africa, with planned geographic expansion into UK and Canadian markets. Love all 4 markets. Huge markets for cannabis. Strategic markets. Genius. With a consumer-centric focus, Halo markets value-driven, branded, and private label products across multiple product categories. The company has also acquired a range of software development assets, such as the technology platforms CanPOS, CanaLift, and more recently signed a deal to acquire CanaFeels. Halo also owns inhalation technology ACUDAB. Look at all these acquisitions. I mean, they are building a portfolio of technology companies. And they're at 5 cents. 5 cents in America on the OTCQX exchange. 43 million market cap. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Something's got to give, guys. Something's going to give here. It doesn't make any sense. Something is going to give here. I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know what. But something's got to give. Wow, Q Christian Trader, you got 90,000 shares of Halo? Bro, I love the business. The stock clearly has been struggling. But man, I love the business. Yes, this is the Canmart that was owned by Namaste. That is correct. Canmart UK, correct. So there's a difference. Namaste also used to own this asset, but Namaste no longer owns this asset. Halo Labs came in and bought this asset, the Canmart UK asset. Halo is led by a strong, diverse, and innovative management team with deep industry knowledge and blue chip experience. The company is currently operating in the United States, in California, Oregon, and Nevada. Internationally, the company is currently cultivating cannabis at Buffalo Biosciences and Wellness Limited in Lesotho under a 200-hectare license and a planning. Always when I'm live. And is planning importation and distribution of cannabis-based products for medical use into the United Kingdom via Canmart. Love it. Love it. I called out Tat really good, man. Tat ain't the only thing I called out good, but yeah, Tat's been a good winner. I was the first one ever to bring you guys Tat, even before they went public. But stay tuned. If you guys want to get my next pick, join my trading academy. I got another pick coming. I got a new IPO. It's an electric vehicle IPO. And I'm telling you, it's going to be explosive. And it's my next Tat. That's it. I'm putting it out there. But only members of my trading academy are going to get access to this pick. It's a few weeks away. And if you want access to that pick and all my picks first, you got to join my trading academy. Just email me at richtvlive@gmail.com. And I'll show you how you can join my trading academy. It's only $200, guys. $200 US to be a part of our trading academy. I got members that are up 6 figures on TAT. No joke. I got members that are up high 6 figures on KNR. I got members that are up high 6 figures on Forex. I got members making thousands of dollars on gold. So you name it, we do it here within the walls of Rich TV Live, and our community is growing and evolving and developing. And I think this is huge news. I think the market cap of Halo Labs is a joke. Yeah, the stock is diluted. That is the biggest negative, but that is really the only negative I see. I see huge upside from here, but because it's highly diluted, it's taking the price down. At some point, something's going to have to give. We're going to watch it. When it does hit the bottom, I'm going to be here to say, I told you so. So I'm going to continue to just keep bringing you guys the news. And when it does explode, because one day it will, I'll be here to let you guys know. So don't worry, stay tuned and make sure you have your popcorn ready. In the meantime, if you want to get access to my picks, email me, richtvlive@gmail.com. I'm going to continue to do my research. I'm going to continue to do my due diligence. In a couple of hours, I'm going to be live with my members within the Trading Academy. We're going to be trading Forex. And then early in the morning, Monday morning, I'm going to be back at it, trading stocks. We'll be looking at Halo Labs after this news. I have a feeling some stuff's going to happen in the market. We'll see. I think it's big news. So we'll see how the market responds to this. Okay. Halo in Canada. Let's just pull up the Canadian one. It's funny, they got this here, and why aren't they showing Halo? It's so weird. I know why. I gotta go to the damn Neo Exchange. Neo Exchange. There it is. Look who's on the front page of the Neo Exchange, guys. Another one of my picks, MMED, which had a monster week. One of my top 10 picks for October. Big fan of this company too. There's Halo Labs, part of the Neo Exchange. It says here 52 million market cap in Canada. I guess the market's closed, so they're not showing anything here right now. But it's probably trading around 7 cents in Canada. So see here in bar chart, they give it 100% strong sell. So be wary of that, okay? Be very, very wary of that. There's a lot of selling pressure. Now, a lot of times I'm going to bring you picks that explode before bar chart knows, because bar chart is not going to predict the future, right? We're identifying a stock at the bottom that might jump on news, because this is big news. And they're at 7 cents right now. So I wouldn't be surprised see this go to 10 cents tomorrow. Will it? I have no idea. There's a lot of selling pressure on Halo. So that remains to be seen, but it's pretty big news. So we'll see. We'll see how the market responds, but I wouldn't be surprised. All right, guys. So I just wanted to bring you guys that news. Another undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed company. I'm not a huge fan of penny stocks. You guys know that. But I like this company. I like the business. You know, cannabis stocks in general haven't done extremely well in 2020, but the ones that have done well have been in America. Halo Labs is an American company, right? Their business is mainly in America. They're now doing business in Canada. They're about to do business in Canada and in the UK and in Africa, but the bulk of their business so far is in America. So they are in where we've seen a lot of cannabis companies in America do well. So why not Halo Labs? So I'm going to be watching them carefully, and we're going to see what happens here tomorrow, but should be an interesting day. Thank you, guys. That's the big news. Halo signs definitive agreement to acquire Canmart. This is Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring in the winners, and we bring them to you first. Remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live, okay? Hey, Q Christian Trader says, thanks to Rich, 6 figures up, #1 trader on YouTube. Yo, respect, brother. Mad respect, man. I'm super happy for you, Q Christian Trader, that you got into TAT early, brother. Proud of you, man. Congratulations. You get everything you deserve, brother. And guys, with TAT and with all stocks, don't be afraid to take profits. If you're up like 100 grand, think about taking it. Seriously, just lock in your profits. Don't be silly, okay? If you're up like 100 grand, nothing wrong with taking profits. You can always buy it again, but just lock in that 100 G's. Like lock it in, okay? Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I've always liked Halo Labs. I'm going to try to get Kieran or someone from the company, maybe Katie, to come on the show and we could talk about this and some of the other acquisitions because there's been so many. I'm sure they're busy because they're just doing deals all over the place. So stay tuned. Get your popcorn ready. It's your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace. Keep your eye on Halo tomorrow, and obviously keep your eyes on TAT, KNR, and all the Rich picks. They've been on fire. And hey, man, the President of the United States has coronavirus, so crazy times. We wish a speedy recovery for Mr. Donald Trump, the President of America. And as a human, we always wish everyone 100% health and safety. Everyone in the world, we wish you all a healthy and safe day. And if you have COVID-19, we wish you all a healthy recovery. Okay, so Mr. Trump, we wish you a healthy recovery. And guys, keep your eyes on Regeneron. Regeneron is the cocktail that Mr. Trump took, REGN. So expect that Regeneron explodes. So keep that on your watch list, keep on your radar. And if there's anything else happening, I'll let you guys know. I'm out. Peace.